He said, we're coffee club. I know. Don't we all get so busy like that? We just, I mean, it's just like you go from one thing to another, and it's like, what day is it?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
You feel that way too?
Oh my gosh. And you always have so many irons in the fire.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have it any other way.
Right. Absolutely.
I'd rather be doing than staying at home because motion is lotion.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I always say our bodies were made to move.
Exactly.
Get up. Let's get going. Let's get cracking at it. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's do this. Well, this is the 14th day of September, and let's see what today is. Today is eat a hoagie day. Oh, I love hoagies.
Okay.
You like a hoagie?
Not so much.
Not so much. Well, now you were okay. Now, hang on. You were in the food business, and matter of fact, your food is delicious. Anytime, Christy, you get a chance to eat with Christy, or if Christy's cooking, you always jump on that wagon for sure. But how do you fix a hoagie? What would you put on a hoagie, Christy?
I guess that's one with all the different meats and the lettuce and
So that wasn't anything that you ever served? Like, let's have a hoagie?
Nope, we didn't. At Christie's, no, we did. Probably the closest thing may have been a club.
Oh, I do love club sandwiches.
Yeah. So that's kind of similar. But
this is gonna date me, but it was. I mean, remember Kmart used to have hoagies.
Kmart, the one down in Clarksville.
Yeah, and they had hoagies there, and I had a friend that lived in New Albany, and she was like, let's go get a hoagie. And I don't know where we're going. And we pull in at Kmart, and we go to Kmart, and they had the best hoagie. I was like, oh my gosh, who knew, right?
Those were the days.
Hoagie and shopping. I mean, that's a banner day. And if you get an icy,
it's kind of like going into Murphy's and having that whole big counter of candy.
Eyes would light up. Yeah.
As a kid, I would just circle it and circle it.
Well, because decisions, right? I mean, you have to make it. You got to really make that right decision.
And if you got a good clerk, she would. Do you want a piece of that? Well, by the time you were done,
and you had a piece of it all. That's exactly what you want to try a sample. Yeah, I need a sample every week. You're the sayer for a sample. Well, and then Apple's Drugs too, because that was something we always went. After church on Sunday, after First Christian Church, we'd always go to Apple's Drugs to get the commercial for the new week.
Okay.
Well, then we could always get either like a piece of some candy, or we could get a comic book. So that was a big, big deal. And I still remember, chocolate covered raisins, or chocolate covered peanuts, or a comic book. You know what I mean?
Can you even get those Brocks like that anymore?
I don't know, Christy. It's been forever since, you know what I mean? Yeah.
That's sad, because that was a really... I can remember taking my grandmother, when we lived at Fair Acres, my grandmother would walk me, Aurelia, would walk with me to Murphy's. My mom worked there part-time. Mom had like 3 different jobs going on.
Yeah.
Single mom, 2 kids. So
that's a Reba McEntire song, isn't it? Single mom. There you go.
But we would walk down there, and I'd have my nickel or my dime or whatever, and come home with a little white bag with little candies that you had got to pick out. So that was a big deal.
Oh yeah, those are a blast from the past for sure.
For sure.
And I'm glad that the hoagie made us think of all that.
Oh yeah.
So eat a hoagie day, which I could go with for that. This is Gobstopper Day.
Oh yeah.
The Gobstopper. Yeah. Now that's the thing. Do they have those anymore? I guess they do, but.
Yeah, I think I've seen them somewhere, but those
Gobstopper.
are those things that lasted forever.
Forever, remember? Yes.
You got to another layer and another layer.
And when you had one, you got to commit.
Yep.
It's a commitment. Yep. You know what I mean? Yes.
And pull it out, look at it, fingers turn.
Absolutely. And you have to show everybody. Look what I got. Everybody wants to see that. Exactly. Now that we live in COVID, Chrissy, everybody be like, hey, put that back in there. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. This is also National Ants on a Log Day. The ants go marching one by one. Hurrah, hurrah. Ants on a log day, okay? If we could all be like ants and work like ants. They're hard workers together. They have they're in line. They take direction from the queen or king ant, whoever, I can't remember. They don't question. They just, yes, let's do this. Let's get this done, right?
Exactly.
National Coloring Day. I love the color.
Oh, my mama used to love the color. I found some of her coloring books from way back in the 30s.
Oh, that's neat. Mm-hmm. I bet they were like coloring books you can't find anymore.
No, you can't find them because the color books themselves were a lot bigger than they are now.
Yeah.
And the colors on the outside were just vivid. And yeah, I mean, even as she got older, it was a soothing kind of
I love that.
Thing to do to kind of settle your mind and just one of those mindless tasks that is a wonderful thing.
I love that. Well, and I used to, when I would color, I would be really upset if I went out the side of the line.
And then you were done.
I was like, I was mad, kind of, you know what I'm saying? And then I learned that it's okay. And then I learned, someone said that this is your paper, color anything. Like if you want a blue dog or you want a purple dog or whatever you want, this is your artwork. And then when I started doing that and started realizing it, kind of making it my own. And then I think in life, that was a big life lesson too, because sometimes you do color outside the lines. You know what I'm saying? You do.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Have to make things work, even though it's not always that direction that you thought it was going to be in.
Right. And sometimes you've created something much better that you even ever anticipated.
Yes, exactly. So National Coloring Book Day, National Cream Filled Donut Day.
Oh my. Let's just not even touch that one.
We know. That just tells us God loves us, right?
And I can think of the one I love the most there at H&R.
What is it?
It's the cream. Well, I guess it's it's the little round one with the little, is it caramel on top, and it's got the cream filling.
Yeah.
And you just kind of mush it into your face.
Yes. I know, and it just goes so good, doesn't it? I know. That first bite, and just your taste buds are just exploding. You know what I mean? When it gets I'm with you 100%. But I've not really met one. I did. I'd forgotten, and I saw one the other day. The lemon filled, with the kind of like a powdered sugary on the outside and the lemon in the middle,
or the custard with the chocolate on top.
Yeah. Any one of them. I'm there.
Roll worthy. That's the roll in those.
You turn to your left, there's one. Turn to your right, there's one. Yeah, that's the way. That would be living life, wouldn't it?
And then you wouldn't gain an ounce from me.
Right. Yeah. Good luck with that. You'd have to do a lot of rolling. National Live Creative Day. I think you've always been creative. Do you feel that way?
I feel like that. Yeah.
I think so. You have to be creative. A lot of
nowadays, especially.
Yeah, definitely. Well, even like when you're planning an event, you have to be creative. Which an event we're going to be talking about very shortly, and how creative we have to be and to make it work, right?
Exactly.
So for sure, this is National Quiet Day.
Oh, that's my problem.
No. Doesn't work for us. Okay, sorry, it's not going to happen. Let's see here. That's our days. So get out and enjoy for sure. I need to thank our sponsors: Walmart, Meadowview Healthcare Center, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Kentucky Cat and Core, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, and Celebrity Home Loans. Thank you to our wonderful sponsor. Real quick, I got to give some information about the Reds. They began a 3-game series with the Pirates tonight. Don Fisher, that's his team, Pirates, and hope to spread out the lead between them and the Cardinals and the Padres for the wild card spot in the playoffs. The first pitch is at 6:35. You can catch the pregame at 12:20 a.m. at 6:05. The Cardinals won a game last night, so now only a half game lead in the Reds for the second place for the Central Division. And last night, Wslm broadcast the Salem JV Lions game with Brownstown Brave, and the Lions won 12-2. That's awesome for Brownstown. Yeah, very proud of them. Nate Pierce and Adam Hobbs brought the games, and they'll for the JV. Salem plays Clarksville this Friday night. Eastern is off this week due to 2-week quarantine. West Washington plays Paoli, so it's going to be kind of exciting for sure. But I do want to say we had our school board meeting last night. We had our groundbreaking for the safe rooms. Christy, this is going to be such a blessing for our community, and I think it's safe to say, get my keywords up, that we are in the Midwest, the only school system that for sure has 3 schools with a safe room. That's really a huge blessing, and we're very grateful for that. So we had the groundbreaking yesterday, and then at the meeting we did have to talk about the mask, and had some concerns, and we appreciate the relationship that the parents and have, and their concerns. We love to hear that, and for sure you want to hear everybody's voice and kind of talk it out. And so that we had a really good meeting last night in doing that. So
some creative navigating through
You
that.
do have to be very creative, and this is the thing, nobody's done, or in our generation, where we're at today, nobody's done this before.
Right.
So we're all trying to figure it out, and we are blessed that we have technology to help, but we still, trying to keep communication is a key, and trying to keep everybody informed is something. But I do think that, that everybody's on the same page. And I know we are, all are, as our children and our staff and everybody, keeping everybody safe and trying to do it in a very creative way.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, so that was a good meeting last night. I appreciate that. So it was a long meeting, but I appreciate that, and I hope that we got a lot of good bridge information where everybody's on the same same side of the island, what I mean, that we all bridged over, all that. Everybody, like the ants, we walked along over to the other side, okay? All right. Thank you for anyways, all right, that's all I'll say on that. So good. We good. All right, then so now we are gearing up, getting ready, and Christy, you come in. Of course, before we're going to be talking about beer on the bricks, and anytime anybody hears beer on the bricks, everybody I say that to lights up. Oh yay, is it that time of year already? So we're going to be talking about that, and but let's talk about Tri-Kappa. And you are a president of Tri-Kappa, which I always give you snaps and claps and props for the shaker mover that you are. You got a lot of ladies, a lot of us, to get us in line on that log, you know what I mean? And a lot of us are, be talking or dawdling or doing something to get us, get us on the, yeah. I might be one of those talking, at the time. but anyway, let's talk a little bit about, first of all, Tri-Kappa.
Sure.
I like to give the history and what exactly we're about and what we do for for our community.
Sure. Tri-Kappa has been around in the community, Washington County, since 1919. So we turned 100 years old a few years back. We're able to have the big celebration at the courthouse, which was amazing. And if you have not gone to the Stevens Museum, that is a resource of information that everyone needs to experience. I was there. I probably spent a good 3 or 4 months there every Friday, researching the past presidents of our chapter of Tri-Kappa, and was able to get a picture of each one over the 100 years, which was kind of a neat thing, and a little bit of history on each one of them. And then to find out too, in reading all this, because you can't just read little bits about people and not find and make discoveries about all kinds of things, maybe your family or how they're related to somebody else. Absolutely. But discovered that the very first chapter in Salem was initiated in the home that I live in now, which is kind of crazy.
And you had no idea?
Had no idea.
No idea. See?
And it's just the connections that come together.
I don't think I'd heard that before.
Kind of a cosmic thing. So, but yeah, we did things like we used to travel to Campbellsburg, and that we are also blessed to have our minutes from the very beginning.
Yeah, that's
until about the 60s, and then we've kind of lost some of them. But reading through those, the things that Tri-Kappa did, they would travel to Campbellsburg and put on a show, and they made money that way. Or they would host some kind of show in town. A lot was done at the high school gym. They were the first group to put, which I think this is cool, they put a Christmas tree on the lawn of the courthouse and decorated it.
That's cool.
This is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But the things that we have done to serve in this community are so wide and vast. I mean, I couldn't begin to touch on all of them.
Right.
But, charity, culture, education being our three main drivers as to what we do and why we do it, just those words in themselves lend themselves to, being helpful in the community. Charity, if someone, we used to provide, which we still would if someone needed it. I can remember at the middle school, someone in need of glasses and didn't have the funds. Well, we were able to come in and provide for not only the exam and all the things that go with that, but the glasses as well for this little girl.
Right. Yeah.
And then anytime that there's a need that we see, if it's not, we take food or we, which is kind of hard right now nowadays, but or financially support the cultural things that we've done. I think that's really cool that we had the traveling troops, if you will, that put on plays or whatever, which is really kind of cool. Of course, nowadays that's not something that you ever see anymore.
No.
But that was entertainment, and they brought money in that way.
I love that.
And they were really serious about these things they put on. I mean, it was an all-out.
I love that.
Costumed the whole schmeal.
When you think about go back years ago, like they didn't have the TVs that we did. They didn't have all the, they didn't have Netflix,
right.
Sling, or whatever you are. I mean, they didn't have any of that. So this was like a huge deal, I'm sure. Can you imagine the crowd?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And they did balls, and their husbands were involved as well. But they would put on big balls, and that's something we always talked about in revisiting is, would Salem support that again? Because I think you and I have talked before, even on the station, about our moms getting ready for the chamber dinner.
Oh, love that.
And how that was such a big deal. And I can remember sitting in her room and watching her get all dolled up, and
absolutely.
And it was just such a kind of a fairy tale dreamy like thing.
Absolutely.
To watch your mama get beautiful and go out on this night.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be a good thing too, to help tie the community together. We have, and most recently, we coordinated a drop off at the YMCA. They graciously let us use their parking lot.
Absolutely. For
people to come in, and rather than so many times, I don't know about you, Becky, but I have put stuff in my car thinking I'm going to go here and drop that off.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go here and drop this off. Oh, I've got this. I'm going to take this here. And it doesn't happen. And then you have this accumulation. And then it's hard to run all the different places because not everybody's open at the same time.
Yeah.
But in doing that, one-stop shop, you could come in Saturday morning and hit the Humane Society. You could hit the drug drop-off. You could, hit them all. And
we did the prom dress giveaway. Cheryl Rishaber helped me out with that, which was wonderful. Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot of things that we do, and a lot of work behind the scenes people probably aren't, don't know about.
Right.
And a lot of them, and being a 501c3, which is a nonprofit status, in order to maintain that, we give all our monies away. And I think, a part of that in April, it's a money giveaway Monday night. And that's thrilling in itself. Because
I just the very first April, the very first time I ever sat in it. And then I've been a part of boards, meetings, organizations, groups, and I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I've never sat in anywhere where watching it spin down. I mean, down, 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 and giving to wonderful groups or organizations or people, individuals, whatever we needed to give. I've never been a part of that. And that's when I thought, this is where you need to be. This is you're doing the right thing by that.
Give me goosebumps.
Well, because we don't do anything for ourselves. These aren't pizza parties that we have. This is not anything that we do on this. And I love that part of being a part where we're completely giving. And I can't stress that enough how awesome that is. Yeah.
Right. So, and that's, whenever we do a project or we ask for sponsorship or something, all that sponsorship would go into helping us pull that off. But then all the monies, any monies that we collect, goes right back into the community. Which, how many groups can really say that they take their coffers down to zero?
No, I know. I know. I was like, how low can we go? You know what I mean? Yeah, and we do. We go all the way down, and then we start really rebuilding back.
Exactly.
And I think that's a thing in communities, and I'm not just before. Let's take me out of the equation. We are very blessed to have this organization in our community. Okay, because we help people. And I don't want to feel like I'm only a small part, and I just want to do what I can do to help. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes everybody together. It's all of us together.
All the ants.
It's all of the ants.
Yes, creative.
Yes, exactly. Very creative. So I don't want to. I'm gonna step. I'm not trying to say it because I'm a part of it. Because anybody, if you're listening and you want to be a part, contact us. You know what I mean? But the thing that I guess I'm trying to say is, communities need this. This is stuff that a lot of times goes on in a community that we don't always maybe people, and a lot of these people that we're giving money to or stuff, we don't make a huge deal about because it's something that they don't want a lot of publicized. Yeah.
Right.
So, you do things and we do it for the right reason. We do it when no one's looking.
Exactly. Right. Right. And I think when you can do that, it's a feel good for yourself. And, both of us coming from moms that were servant-oriented moms.
Absolutely.
And women in the community, it just comes natural to us. No, it doesn't for everybody. But there's, it takes a lot to do the things that we do. And I am so very thankful that we have ladies that are willing to give her their time to make things happen.
Yeah. And
I mean,
yeah.
We we have the nut sales, which is coming up soon, which we really try to work that so that we can make money from that. No, we don't make a whole lot of money from that, but then we also look at it as, there's not a lot of places that you can get a variety of different nuts and those kind of things.
Absolutely.
And they are this year's nuts. They're not, that have been bagged the year before, and they're just now coming up to the shelf. They're really fresh, very nice. So Tri-Kappa, we do, and then the things we do statewide with monies, because we send monies to the state, and then the projects they support, like Hands on Autism, Riley.
I would say Riley's, yeah.
Riley Hospital, which, I serve on that board there, and that's just amazing to watch the things that we do there. And
there's so many Riley babies in our community.
People have no idea.
Christy, Riley's, I'm a huge, what they do and how they do it, and you talk about heroes and all that they do. It's just,
and they're getting ready to. I don't know if we just opened it. May have just opened it, the mother and child wing, so you can have babies there, because before you can have babies at Riley. So doing a lot of things there. Doing a lot of things there. I'm executive president of the board for the Cheer Guild, and we oversee all the financing for the dance, music, art therapy, which are great components as far as recovery for kids learning to cope with what they're going through, which kids are resilient. It's amazing how they can bounce back. They just are amazing. And then the therapists themselves, we have two actually who specifically work with children who are seriously ill. And we have one who, she's very creative. Caitlin is amazing. She took baby's heartbeat and put it to a song and recorded it for the parents to have forever.
Oh my God.
So it's just a feel good, wonderful place when you even walk in the door.
Oh, absolutely.
It's and they do wonderful work. And Tri-Kappa has been with them since their inception.
I love that.
So since they've started, we've been a part of that.
Yeah. And I want to be a part. I'm so glad we are, because I've been there several times, and I'm a huge, I know what they do, and I know that they do it so. They're just so angels on earth. It's just completely.
Oh, and they are so organized, and it's just a wheel that just all the wheels just are so smooth.
Yeah.
And we continue to build on the services that we currently have, continually, and we have branched out and those kind of things. And it's just, to be able to say that I was a part of that, or I made a doll for that, or, that little pinafore that you have on, I made that, or a little tote bag that someone's toting their stuff.
Yeah.
Because they also play bingo in all the rooms on the TV, and you get a bingo, they tote you up a prize.
Oh, I love
from
that.
the toy room. So it's just, a lot of people aren't aware of that, what all the things they do. It's just like, even, Tri-Kappa in this community, I don't think they're aware of all the good things they do.
Yeah.
So, but, you don't always toot your horn about everything, because some things are just done out of the goodness of your heart, and they aren't to be publicized.
Right. And that's when we want to respect everyone, on that, in that, for sure. But we so we're gearing up in our big fundraiser, and exciting time, and it's fun. So many avenues, because we get to hang out, and it's a win-win for everyone, because you're getting to hang out and beautiful setting, great night, and we make it enjoyable. We have a lot of fun, great music.
Oh yes, the Rumors are amazing, and they have been with us now 7 years.
Yeah.
And this is our 9th year. It should have been our 10th. However, we're unmasked this year. We didn't get to do it last year, but yeah, we were trying to find something that pulled the community together, used that area because it was an underused area, and it's
Beautiful.
just such a nice space.
And I love bricks.
Oh,
so I love that.
That beer on the bricks was just a natural.
Yes.
Near natural. And a lot of people have asked, well, why can't you bring families? I wish we had a big venue where we could do that kind of thing,
Right.
but in this situation, it's 21 and over. I've had people ask about, well, why can't we leave? Well, that's another one of the things we've over the years learned, that if we're there, we should stay.
Mm-hmm.
And I know last year or the year before we had a little potty issue, but now we've got 7 coming, so we've got plenty. 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 We do have the foods being provided this year. We tried to rotate it out to different ones. This year it's the Snack Shack, Wanda Hatabo.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to have her crew there and ready to serve. And
do you know some of the different food?
If you haven't had her little aioli fries, she has these fries that are little skinny fries, and they are just amazing by themselves.
Okay.
But you can also get like barbecue. I know she does barbecue, and it's amazing as well. I'm not sure if she's changed up her menu for our event, but there'll be plenty of food there. She's got plenty of help lined up. Of course, we'll have the beer truck there, and then we usually provide one free drink when you come in the door, be it water, soda, something like that.
Right, and that's another thing too. We need to emphasize that if you don't drink beer, you can still have soda or water.
Can. Yeah, first one's on us.
There you go.
So not the beer, but the first soda or water is on us.
Yeah,
we'll take care of it there. We also do have a few shirts for sale. We don't have a whole lot, but we also have some from years past.
Awesome.
And Zinc Signs have been great.
They are wonderful.
About coming up with different logos and such for us. Some of the sponsors, John Jones and Salem Hardwoods, I can't thank them enough, because without fail, as soon as we're done, I contact them again and say, are you in for next year? And without hesitation, we're in. So that's great. So we already have our band taken care of, because that's a big expense.
Oh, absolutely.
That's large.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that would take a lot of our profits if we didn't have them to sponsor that.
Right. And that's a huge blessing on that. Yeah. Because, and bands, they do a great job. They really put it to it. I mean, they are very active. The whole time they're there, and they do a wonderful job, and they play a variety of music, and
for all.
Yeah.
They cover the whole gamut there.
Yeah. And it's just like, like when they play one song, oh, that's my favorite. And then they play another one, oh, that's my favorite. It's like,
right.
Oh, I love that one.
Right.
That's my jam,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and the potties this year Hurley's going to bring those to us this year, and we're going to have sinks.
Okay.
As well.
Oh, nice.
For them, for
washing your hands. Very important.
Exactly. So, well, also some of our other sponsors is we've got First Harrison Bank. They've been with us for some time now. We very appreciate them. A new one this year is Covert Hawkins.
Okay.
So, we've just been really blessed to, obviously we would love to have as many sponsors as we can, because the more sponsors we have, the more money we can get back to the community.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And we don't have to take the cost out.
Right.
So, and a lot of that money goes to the Dolly Parton. We usually sponsor $500, which sends out books to how many kids? I think it's a $25 program.
Right.
But, we have a good time. They do take a little break in between, which because they sing the entire time. So they do take a little break. Yeah. So you do have a little bit of time, but they play music.
There's music still going on.
There's always music. Yeah. But we provide area for you to dance. We have 30 tables of 10. And a lot of people wait until the last week, 2 days, 3 days before to get their tickets, which I get that. However, this is a limited seating event, and our permit only allows for so many. And then after we reach that number, that's it. So I would love to see us be able to expand that, but there again, you have to look at space, you have to look at ordinances and those types of things. So it's kind of confine you to certain areas.
Right. So. Exactly. Well, and those, you bring up some really good points. And we as a community, our community, every community does things a little different. We are one of those that put it off, and we will show up. at the end. But I mean, we're one of those that have, I mean, we put things off a little, So let's see, but we've already sold quite a few tickets already. So
we're up to about 250.
Yeah, so we really need to, if you want to go, make sure that you get your tickets.
Yeah, there's a Facebook posting on it. I think everybody in town knows where I live.
Yeah. Yeah.
And knows where you are.
Yeah.
So you just need to reach out to us and we can get you tickets.
Yeah.
And we are very appreciative. We have several groups that come every year. So if you have 10 people that's coming in your group, you can actually get a table reserved.
Love that.
So you don't have
that would be
when you get there, you don't have to search for places.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we've kind of got it down to an art. We swoop in at 4:30 and we're all done by 5:30.
Absolutely.
All set up, ready to go. And again, being blessed with several members and their husbands who pitch in are able to get it all set up, ready to go. So yeah, it's a good thing. We hope to keep continuing it. It would be great if we could expand it. But again, it's still, because of the confinement in areas that we have to work within, it's still got to be 21 and older.
Right. Every year, though, it seems like at the very end, someone always says to me, you need to do this every weekend. And it's like, do you know how much it took, how much work? And, what I mean? And also, that's the thing that makes it so unique and so you want to be there, is because it doesn't happen all the time. You know what I mean? And everybody's looking like, if you have a birthday coming up, anniversary, or just want to get out date night, whatever you want to do. Reunions, yeah. Something, go out with double date and do stuff, or something. This is the perfect place.
Right.
Because it's a fun time. It's good music. You're with good people. And all of us Tri-Kappa ladies are all running around making sure everybody's taken care of, or any needs that might be. You're in good hands.
Oh, definitely. And you can identify us because we'll have a shirt on with the logo for the Beer on the Bricks this year. And we really work hard to make sure that everybody's taken care of.
Yes.
If there's something that we don't have, we try to make sure we get
Right.
that for you. But we are very proud of what we've created.
Right.
It is something that, I think it would be great to be able to do that, not every weekend because everybody gets tired of it, but maybe more often. But again, it's
a lot of work.
It is a task.
Yeah.
It's not something that's just, we can throw it together in the weekend.
Yeah.
It takes planning,
and
coordinating, and all that with all the different, we're getting a truck this year for the beer, which allows us, because we're always trying to fine tune.
Okay, explain the difference. Yeah,
sure. Yeah. We're always trying to fine tune to how we can save money. So, because that in turn means we give more money away.
Out. Mm-hmm.
So when we look back, because we evaluate after each event too, and what did we do? What did you guys see? What can we change? Did anybody say anything different that they would like to see? But we spent so much money on ice just to keep things, the beer kegs and everything, cooled down. So this year we're trying something different. We have a beer truck, which is all inclusive of itself. It's we've got the kegs in the truck, as well as we do the lemonades as well. And we won't have ice. And it has an outside tap that we just go into in the truck, hook up the keg, and then we can pour from the outside, which will save us a lot of time. And again, save us on the cost of the ice, and a lot of people might think, oh, ice is nothing. When you buy 100 bags or 200 bags or whatever bags, it's a lot.
Sure. Yeah.
So that allows us to put that back again to give out.
Right.
I know some people have said, well, why aren't you providing food? Well, come on. We charge $10. We haven't raised it since we started.
Right.
And that's, what can you feed people under $10? That's hard to do.
Yeah.
And we found that we were spending more money on the food, and $10 really didn't cover that.
Right. Yeah.
So we decided to try to share that time with different groups that want to come in. And if someone is interested, the first question is going to be, can you handle 200 or 300 people in a hurry?
Right. Yeah.
Because it's not something that, they do spread out, but initially everybody's wanting to get their food and get to their table and get set down before the music starts.
Right.
So it's not like you can bring in a big production of, plating food and that kind of thing. But we're excited for the Snack Shack.
Definitely.
It has some really good stuff, and Wanda's a great person.
Oh yeah.
Known her forever.
Yeah.
And I know that she will ensure that she has enough people to take care of things so she can move like clockwork.
I love that. Yeah, yeah. Well, I think you bring up some good points too. And then your $10 will get you in the door. You know what I mean? And a lot of places have like the cover charges or stuff like that.
A lot more
than that too. Yeah, and you're hearing a great band, the atmosphere. You've got your seat at the table, and then you get a free water, soft drink, or was it water, water or soft drink?
Right.
You know what I mean? So you got that too, and then from there on, the only charges would be the beer or the food.
Right.
Yeah. So, exactly. And that's very, and you look at it this way, everything you're giving is giving to a charity. You're giving back to your community. It's not, and it's staying here in our community.
Exactly. Right. Right.
And of course, we welcome other people from other communities coming and seeing how we do it, coming and being a part. And that's fun too. When you meet new people and they come and they're like, oh, we love to come, from, they travel, and so that's good too, but it all stays in this community. So you're completely giving back too.
Right. And I think we've had a few people say, well, what do you think about the museums doing the same thing you guys do? I think that's the greatest form of flattery if someone else does what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Now, if it was the same night, we would probably be upset. But, that's, again, a form of flattery that someone would think, hey, they do a good job and we want to try to do a good job. And
absolutely.
So,
yeah.
Go for it.
Absolutely. And good luck to to them and to everybody on that. But on our part, this weekend, this Saturday, so let's talk about time and location. Again, for those maybe that are out of town or whatever, let's get some
the event is from 6 to 10 on the 18th. We do not open the doors early.
No, we have a line of people.
We do have a line of people.
Then they look at you, they give you those puppy eyes, like, "Are you gonna let me in?"
Yeah. Keep in mind, if you are coming, you need to go to the ATM prior.
Okay.
Because once you are in, you are in.
Okay.
We don't pass out to go do your car, to go to Bob's and pick up Betty or whatever.
Yeah.
Get Betty before. So,
or Betty's not coming.
That's right.
Or Betty's gonna have to drive herself.
So
she's gonna have to drive herself.
So we have 2 entrances, and it will look like we have 3, but one is an exit. We have one dedicated exit. Because of the number of people, you have to have so many exits within a certain area.
Absolutely.
So we have 2 entrances, one being from the square and one being from the opposite side from High Street. So there's 2 entrances, and they're designated by big tents. So you can see those really well. Then we have, like I said, we have 30 tables, 10 rounds, meaning 10 seats. There is 3 or 4 cocktail tables if you wanted to stand out. But I will tell you, I noticed year before, they might be a little wobbly because those bricks aren't always even.
Yeah.
So
that's okay.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
But music starts probably about 6:15 or 6:30. They are great about playing through. And during that time, you're free within that space, and it's designated by a construction fence that's orange and pretty tall. You can't hop it. So
catch your foot.
That's right. But so we also, like I said, when you come in, you can go get your drink if you want and find your seat. Again, if you've got 10, you can get a table and we put your name on it, which is a good thing, especially if they're not all coming at the same time. But if not, then you're kind of going to have to find a place in between seats, right? But a lot of people don't stay in their seats because there's a lot of dancing, which is great.
Oh, yeah.
I love to see that.
Yeah.
Music makes you move, and
and this is and I'm very happy about the dancing.
Yes.
Because there you go some places and you can't get people up on the dance floor. This has no problem.
Right.
People dance.
Right.
Yeah.
And we've had a few people say, well, why do you have hay bales out there? Because according to the state, we have to have so much space between the trailer, stage, whatever you want to call it, and people.
Right.
There has to be a clearance there of so many feet. So we do that. I know you can't get right on top of the van, but we don't want to do anything that would jeopardize us doing it in the future.
Right. Well, it's decorative too.
And
it looks very decorative.
There you go.
Looks very decorative, and and the band, they need their space,
Right.
and there's not any band, I mean, if you go see Kiss or anybody you go see Guns N' Roses or anything, they have a little bit of a space, okay?
Right.
So that's understandable.
Right.
Yeah.
And some of the sponsors, without giving us money, so like Sheer Perfection, Wanda buys and rents all the tablecloths, which that's a lot of money.
That's a huge blessing.
Yes, that she does that. And then you've got people like Leslie and Stumler, who Leslie Core.
Yes, wonderful.
They provide pumpkins.
Yeah, they do a great. Yes, that's very nice of them.
Yes. So all the girls in the chapter bring moms. Mm-hmm. So I would ask you, please don't walk off those unless we say you can.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Because a lot of those are off our front porches.
Yes.
So that we can.
Kind of want them back. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'd like them back. But yeah, there's just a lot of people that.
And we will tackle you for
Don't take that pumpkin.
Yeah, that's right. Don't take that pumpkin to the mom. Yeah.
Right. So I met with Brandon with the city. City has been cooperative and great and supportive.
I love that.
They come mark things off for us because we also take that Pearl View Plaza area as well.
Yeah.
And some people wonder why we take all that space. Well, we try to do it so that potties are in a different area and not on top of everybody else.
Right.
So the city's been great about blocking that off for us. Anything that like Brandon said, if there's something that you need, let us know. He gave me a cell phone number, which is great. And Tom Boyles, who's the head, I know him really well. So we've just been supported all the way around, which is a great thing.
Yeah.
And we can't thank those behind the scenes, the husbands.
Oh, yeah.
The husbands.
The husbands, yeah.
That, God love them. Anything. They take direction really well that night.
They do.
Because the wives are just like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. And we're saying, do this, do that, go here, go here. And they're just doing. They don't even
question.
They just do.
There you go. Absolutely.
So I know we have Jack Hamilton and John Gibson who really work hard on the fence.
Yeah.
And we've had great. So there's a lot of people that help pull this whole thing off together. And it's again, it starts at noon as far as arrival of our things for the event on Saturday until we finally get cleaned up about 11 if we're lucky.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a late night. Yeah. But we know that. Yeah.
Exactly.
And our energy is flowing still strong. I mean, but it's such a blessing. Like when you have community members like Leslie, like Wanda, that know how important this is and what this does for their community. So they donate these, and these are items that just make it a little more special, makes it a little more festive. The fall coming in with the pumpkins and the tablecloths and stuff. I mean, it makes it a little more pretty. It brings it up a little bit, and I think then, of course, we know our courthouse is just absolutely gorgeous itself. So, you're also getting to hang out in a beautiful courthouse, and our weather's going to be wonderful. Mm-hmm. So this is going to be a banner night. And when the sun starts going down, a little cool, and that sun, or when it actually starts going down and you see that courthouse is absolutely gorgeous. Of course, it's lit up now, beautiful. So this whole night is just and yeah, it is. And everybody, the husband's working, the girls working, everybody working together because we know what this means and what this is going to do for our community. And we've seen it at work. We know that this money is going to go, and of course, by getting it donated, by keeping our costs low, then we can give more, like you said.
Right. And again, people stepping up. We also, throughout the year, we get different donations. Sometimes, like we just got a donation from Jason Wade, State Farm, and he gave a donation to Tri-Kappa. So, Tri-Kappa has always been a 501c3 is a great thing for, a larger companies to be able to give to as well to help them on their costs.
Right.
So if you ever want to, or find yourself with some extra funds and you want to make sure that it can go somewhere that it's going to be utilized right. Yeah. We would open that door too. We would love to be able to take, any money off your hands if you are seeking a place that you want to give it.
If that's a problem you have.
If
it's a problem that you have, we can. Yeah. Well, I think too, I just want to, again, stress the getting a table. That would be fun as a group, you know what I mean? Like you said, either like a little reunion or possibly, maybe a birthday or an anniversary or something.
Because in doing that too, you're not traveling out of town.
Exactly.
You don't have that cost.
Right.
You'd be hard pressed to really go anywhere for $10 worth of gas nowadays.
Yeah, exactly.
You have the music that's provided, and again, going somewhere. I know I looked for tickets for Kevin Costner's going to be in Nashville, Indiana, and they start at $130.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, things like that. If you think about, maybe your wife has always been nagging you because she wants to go dance. Girls love to dance.
Yes,
some guys do too, which is great.
Take me out.
Take me out.
Show me off.
Take me off. Let me dress up. Let me put my boots on so I can go dancing. So
we had a daughter. I just got a real quick side note that would dress up and she'd go, take me out, show me off. You know what I mean? I'm here, ready to go. You know what I mean? There'd be nowhere to go. Take me out, show me off. Take me out. But anyway, and there was a country music song too with that. Anyway, but we do like to go out. You know what I mean? And it's local. And here's the thing I'm at too. The atmosphere that you're in a safe atmosphere too. You know, if you wonder, you go somewhere and you might not know where you're going or whatever, or the atmosphere you're in, but you're among people that are good people that are going to give you in a safe environment. And that's things you think about these days. Oh. What environment am I in? What am I,
Yeah, because you just don't, sadly, you just don't know.
Right.
You just don't know.
Yeah.
And here you're right in your own community.
Right.
And you can, again, not spend a whole lot, but you can come enjoy a drink or two and dance, and then at 10 o'clock you're ready to go home and put on your jammies and go to bed, if you're like most of us, or some of us, because your pups get you up at 5:45 every day.
Yeah,
but we are very blessed, and I think we found a little niche for ourselves.
Yeah.
That we saw the community, tried to bring the community together.
Absolutely.
And benefit the community as a whole. And doing that, I know some people, West Washington, East Washington, think that, oh, it's just Salem. No, it's not. It's Washington County. It's full. It's
absolutely.
And we would love to have more ladies from those areas to join us as well.
And we like to get caught up with everyone. It's good to see, people. It seems like a lot of times you get busy with work, and home stuff and work, or and then any kind of your children's activities, school activities, or whatever you get going, you don't always get to visit. And visiting is a thing of the past,
because you used to walk across the street to your neighbors, or you used to, but time has kind of slipped away from us. I mean, when you think about all the things and all, I know good intentions and things I think about doing, but do I actually act on them?
I know. Yeah.
Not necessarily. It's not that my heart's not in it, but things take precedence and it's pushed to the back burner, and pretty soon you forget about it. But it's nice too at this event. There's so many people that come that you haven't seen for a long time. I know,
and they get caught up and find out,
and then it's also a good thing when people say, "We love this. We love."
I know,
and that just makes it all
absolutely, yeah, and that's and I hear that all the time, yeah. So. And this is, and such a great event, and everything. So it's a lot of fun. And so for those that, again, that have not been, we hope you come see how we do it. But $10 get you in the door.
Now, day of show, it's $15.
Okay, $15.
I should have pointed that out.
I'm glad you said that. So you need to get your tickets in advance. Save that $5. Yeah, $15 if you wait till the day of. And also, you might not even get a seat, and we might not even
have a space,
have availability.
Yep.
So therefore, okay, so you so $10 in advance. So get your tickets early, and then the beer is like $2 or $3 or $4 for the
across the board for beer, for lemonades, for
Okay.
So we have two different kind of beer.
Okay, and we got something different this year.
We have Shock Top and we have Bud Light.
Okay.
And then we have lemonades, and we're gonna have 4 different flavors this year.
Oh. Of lemonade. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay.
So that's a little different because we kept it to 2.
Yeah.
But just trying to change it up. It may not work well, but we'll see. But we want to make sure, a lot of ladies don't, and some guys too, don't like beer.
Right.
Or I know, like my husband, the hops, he's allergic, so his head gets all stopped up. And
oh wow.
So there's a different drink available if you don't like beer.
Right. Right. And there's always Coke, Pepsi, or water. Yeah. So you got a variety there, good variety, and so you can purchase that, and then also food's available. So you got food available too. So it's a win-win.
It sure is.
Yeah,
it's a good night.
Absolutely.
We hope you all come.
Yes.
And join us. Tri-Kappa is very proud to be able to make this work.
Yeah.
And we look forward to seeing everybody. 6 o'clock sharp. Be there.
Absolutely. There's a fly, Christy, is what I'm doing over here. It's like, yeah, it's coming. It's excited. It wants to be there, I guess. Okay. We're landed right in the eye. He wasn't a very good driver, let me tell you. He must have had some of that lemonade. Anyway, Christy, get back here with me. Come back here. Okay. So anyway, yes, that happens on the radio in the country. Okay. Anyway, so going back then, for anybody, let's give phone numbers if anybody, or do you want to give your phone number out, or just check us out on Facebook? Let's just contact us. We'll get you
right
information. Yeah.
And I'm sure you know somebody who knows you.
Yeah, we'll find or one of our Tri-Kappa sisters, which there's several of them out and about in the community.
Wanda at Sheer Perfection.
Yeah.
Cheryl at Mead Law Office. Yeah. You can stop in there.
I'm available to just
I'm at the top of Market Street Hill, 507 West Market. So
we'll get you taken care of.
We'll get you taken care of for sure.
Right.
But make sure you get them before Friday, because after Friday,
cut off deadline. There you go. You got some time, but you need to get on that and go ahead and start making your arrangements. And I don't want anybody to say, "Oh, I didn't know about it," or "Oh, I didn't." It's already taken place. We hate to hear that afterwards.
Salem Leader. We're going to have we worked with Salem Leader with Atlanta, and we're going to have an ad in the paper.
Okay.
So you can find information there as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we've really tried to make sure that we're pretty available.
Yeah. There we go. Everyone should know about it. There we go.
Be there. It's a good time.
Be there, and I want to make sure that everyone, Well, I'm going to switch gears for a second. I want to remind everybody today, Papa John's is having the big fundraiser for the Humphrey family. Got to keep them in our thoughts and prayers, and $1 of every pizza sold goes to the Humphrey family. So let's eat pizza.
Yeah.
Love pizza. And of course, I really, any excuse to have pizza. I love pizza. So anyway, so thank you, Papa John's, for that. Also, you can get the yard signs still at Cheddar Depot. That was donated by Zinc Signs. They're wonderful. And
I think you need to watch Facebook, because I think they're out right now.
They're getting another shipment in. Yeah. So check in with them to find out on that. So that's another blessing, and that's just, again, part of our community, helping out our community. So anyway, I'm getting attacked over here. It must be I tried a new perfume, and I guess it's like, whoa. Hairspray and perfume, something's getting me over
Dive bomb in your eyes.
I know for sure. It's coming after me. Anyway, Christy Luckett, thank you for coming in and sharing the information, and Tri-Kappa, all that we do and all that we we can do for the community and giving back, and then again too, when there's a need in the community, please let us know. That's on the other hand, we're asking for you to come and support us, but then also on the other hand, we're saying to you that if you need support yourself or something, or you see somebody that's in need of something, please bring it to one of our attentions, and then let us see what we can do.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, so
be our pleasure.
Tri-Kappa,
Beer on the Bricks, Saturday night. Be there.
Be there. All right. Thank you to our sponsors: Walmart, Meadowview Healthcare Center, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Kentucky Anna Cat and Core, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, and Celebrity Home Loans. Go see Autumn and Dennis. They are wonderful. All right, everyone, have a terrific Tuesday. Thank you, Christy Luckett.
Thank you, Becky.
All right, bye-bye. Bye.
American senior community. On the court, I've seen my fair share of victories, but hi, I'm Quinn Buckner, a proud member of the American Senior Communities team. On the court, I've seen my fair share of victories, but as a nation, we now seek a victory through vaccination. Come on, give me a beat.
I took it.
course I took it.
The COVID vaccine may feel rushed, but is actually the result of focused collaborative work by experts. Safety steps have not been skipped.
Give me a B.
American senior communities where caring people and teamwork make the difference.
New babies, sports physicals, 3D mammograms, primary care, pediatrics, oncology, advanced orthopedics, lung screenings, and surgery. From providing community health services to performing the most innovative procedures, the exceptional doctors, nurses, and staff at SNEC have been caring for friends, families, and neighbors for over 100 years. SNEC, healthy together.
Come join the fun on Friday, September 17th from 6 to 9 p.m. The Washington County Chamber of Commerce is hosting their Friday Night on the Square Festival packed full of fun activities, unique shopping, and amazing food. This year, we are expanding our footprint thanks to our Kids Zone sponsor, Success Mortgage Partners, and our gold sponsors, Central Credit Union, National Youth Advocate Program, Wslm Radio, and SMX Staff Management. For more information, follow us on Facebook or call Eric at 812-883-4303.
This is Melissa Jeremiah with Hoosier Uplands Home Health Care and Hospice. Our professionals are available at 812-849-4447 to answer any questions you have regarding home health care or hospice. Summer break has ended for our children. Please be mindful of our community's children. Slow down, be aware, and drive safely. Every child should have a safe walk to school. Our family at Hoosier Uplands would like to wish you a safe school year.
See Celebrity Home Loans in Salem, where everyone gets treated like a star. Come experience the star treatment with us. You'll never go back to the ordinary home loan experience again. Stop in today and see Dennis Baxter, branch manager of the Salem office, to start working on a new home loan or refinancing today. They've served nearly 50,000 families with over $15 billion in loans. Stop in and see Dennis and his staff. They're ready to work with you today. As a star, you expect the best, and that's all Celebrity Home Loans has to offer. Nothing off the rack. We're talking fine living, designer fashion home loans around here. Come by today and see Dennis or Autumn at 18 Public Square, Suite A, or call for an appointment. 812-883-0670. Remember, at Celebrity Home Loans, you're the star.
It's starting to warm up outside, and Brad, you know what that means. Brad, what are you looking at?
Oh, I was looking at the grills.
What?
The grills are coming in, Becky. It's grilling season at Walmart. Check out our great selection of charcoal, gas, and pellet grills, and our selection of Blackstone griddles.
And after you've picked out the perfect grill, head on over to the produce and the meat department and get great deals on grilling vegetables and pick up the perfect combination of fish, seafood, pork, chicken, or steak to make that first great outdoor meal of the season.
And if you're starting that outdoor patio, Walmart has fire pits, gazebos, folding and plastic chairs, and all the landscaping, plants, mulch, and rock to make your special place a great summer to relax.
Flowers and garden plants are coming in every day, and we have everything you need to get your garden started right. Fertilizer, seeds, tools, and more.
And of course, if you're looking for professional outdoor power tools, Walmart carries a wide variety of Hart brand cordless push mowers, chainsaws, blowers, and hedge trimmers that all run off of powerful 20 and 40 volt batteries. They're made by Milwaukee and put the power to clean up around the house in your hands.
Hey, Brad, I'm going to need several carts.
Hey everybody, it's Brad from your local Salem Walmart. As most of you know, we are doing a remodel right now to refresh and give a new look to your very own local Salem Walmart. We appreciate all you customers being patient with us and just want to say, bear with us, and come July, it's going to be an amazing new shopping experience for you all. And as always, we appreciate your business at your local Salem Walmart.
Dr. Minigun invites you to her new high-tech office in Salem at 1350 South Jackson Street. Her office is a part of Dr. Brad Blackseye Associates, regarded as one of the leading eye care centers in the United States. The combined practice eye doctors and surgeons have helped thousands of people enjoy better vision. Dr. Minigun is committed to excellence because the people from Kentuckiana turn to her for answers, and patients turn to Dr. Gunn for the best eye care treatment available. If you're experiencing vision problems or having problems with your current glasses or contacts, give her a call today at 812-896-1717. Dr. Minigun is seeing patients for the latest in advanced eye care. You can get glasses, contacts, or prescription sunglasses. Come visit Dr. Gunn at Dr. Blackseye Associates in their new high-tech paperless office today. They are closed on Mondays, open Tuesday 9 to 6, Wednesday 8 to 5, Thursday 9 to 6, Friday 8 to 5, and every other Saturday 8 to noon. Most insurances are accepted and affordable payment options can be worked out with you. To schedule your next eye appointment, again, call 812-896-1717. You'll be glad you did, and she'll be glad to take care of your eyes.
Caring people make the difference. You can feel it the minute you walk into Meadowview Health and Rehabilitation. Experts in long-term care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. They're here to help you and your family find answers, solutions, and peace of mind. In fact, they become an extension of your family. For more information about Meadowview, visit ascseniorcare.com or call 812-883-4681. That's 812-883-4681.
Have you started saving for your child and grandchild's future college expenses? If not, what are you waiting for? If you have, then you need to make sure that you are using the right type of account. Hi, my name is Fox Purley of Fox Purley Wealth Management. I would like to help you save for your child or grandchild's future college expenses. A 529 plan is an account specifically for college savings. Earnings grow federal and state tax-free if used for qualified expenses. Plus, Indiana residents receive a 20% state tax credit up to $1,000 per year on all contributions. A 529 plan can be started with as little as $25. For more details or to make an appointment, stop in or call me today at 812-883-8668. My office is located at 107 North Main Street in Salem.
An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, and charges and expenses associated with municipal fund securities 529 plans before investing. More information about municipal securities is available in the insurer's official statement. The official statement should be read carefully before investing. Please note the Cetera Advisor Network nor any of its representatives give tax advice. Any state-based benefit should be one of the many considerations when investing in a 529 plan. For complete details, consult with your tax advisor or attorney. Securities and advisor services offered through Cetera Advisor Network, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC. Cetera is under separate ownership from any other named entity.
Two conservative, heterosexual, gun-toting, football-loving, evangelical Christian white men. In other words, the two most dangerous men in America, Rick and Bubba.
6 minutes past the hour, the Rick and Bubba Show. We're back. Speedy, the real Greg Burgess, Helmsy, and Eddie Van Adler all here as we start a brand new hour, and we'll finish up. Bill, our apologies. We were up against the break there, but Bill called up and started talking about how tax revenues are up, or they have a surplus in California. And Bill Clinton had a surplus when he was in, and he claimed what he was basically trying to say is, and he probably shares a different political view than we do, that he thinks that raising taxes on everybody produces revenue, so we should all love that, even to the point that sometimes we have a surplus, of course, of the American people's money. But yet all we ever really hear is more programs. We have deficits, we have debts, we have bankruptcies. I mean, California, I don't think any of us want to follow their lead on the state of their state right now, especially involving the fact that now the housing market, the houses are so expensive, which would produce more revenue on property taxes, but now they have more homeless people than they've ever had before because nobody can afford a place to live.
Right. So you see how this is working.
But you got more revenue coming in.
Yeah. You see how this is it's like what is it in the desert when you see a palm tree, an oasis? It's a fake oasis you're seeing, because remember too, the federal government has pumped billions of dollars into California. Okay. They have bought hotel rooms for homeless. They've done all this stuff. That is not sustainable. And that's also why their coffins are up. It's really not the rosy picture it appears to be, because what they thought was going to happen when everything started slowing down, they cut, because they thought they were going to have a loss in income. But what went up was actually money from the top 1% because of gains in stock, because the stock market had gone up, gains in property tax, billions being pumped in by the federal government. So it's a paper tiger of sorts. It's not really there. It's not going to stay there. It's not going to be something you're going to see again. Now, with Bill Clinton, what he had referred to, and just the high points on this, Bill Clinton was the last time we did have a balanced budget. Now, we still had a national debt from money we borrowed before, but we had a balanced budget because Congress balanced the budget. It was Republican Congress. They forced Bill to go along with that. By the way, really, the president has nothing. The Congress is the one that actually makes the budget up. So he has the bully pulpit on it, but they're the ones that actually can write the check. So.
Yeah, and then the other thing, because I know the left loves to demonize tax cuts, because God forbid people keep more of their own money. But on the corporate tax rate too, if you raise the corporate tax rate, you think, well, that'll bring in more revenue. But then you also have to counter that now there's less jobs, there's less business. By the way, we're at the point right now, I don't know if you've seen the latest map, we don't manufacture anything.
Yeah,
sadly. I know there's people trying to, and so now the reason why that is that the corporate tax rate can go so high that people take their business and they leave. So then also individual tax on people, because I know Bill is from the world of, I just want more revenue going in. I want more tax revenue for the government because they're so responsible with it. Take my money and take it and do another program. We're in a constitutional republic that's supposed to have the government a certain size, and then the people and the private sector should have more of their own money. That's how I think our founding fathers saw the world, and when that happens, our economy flourishes, and there's jobs available. People keep businesses in your country. So these are the things that you have to really think through. If it's nothing more than I want the government to have more tax revenue, so we should raise taxes to produce more tax revenue. If that's all you're worried about, well, yeah, just tax it, take everybody's money, and you'll have more revenue. But the people are left with less. Let me tell you something. If you think this so-called fake surplus that you're talking about, if you think California has done a great job, just go there. I mean, I know people that have lived there for years because they love California and they won't stay there anymore because the cities look like third world countries. There's more homelessness than ever. There's human feces in the streets, and they're leaving it because they can't continue to pay the taxes that keep going up. Well, so you got to think about this on big picture. And if this is your political view and this is what you prefer and this is the plan you like best, you certainly have the right to support those candidates. But I would respectfully disagree that for our country and the people of this country, that raising taxes produces a better life. I just have not seen that to be true.
Yeah, and if you look at the numbers too, the top 1% in California pays way over 50% of the taxes, right, which is not good. That's a house of cards situation because those people move out of the state, you lose tremendous amount of revenue. The ideal thing is to have a broader base, have more people paying taxes at a lower rate.
Correct.
That is more stable. It's just like the width of a building. It's better if it's wider than narrow and goes way up. So
yeah, I think that Bill, there's a way that you can have what you think, and we do need revenue.
Yeah, absolutely.
So absolutely. I think there's a way that you and I and Bubba and all of us could come to.
There's a happy medium there.
Now nobody's willing to do this, and your party's going to need to do this, and we will talk to the party that we usually support to do this as well. If we care about the greatest world of more tax revenue and people having more of their own money, we will stop. Did your mama never teach you don't put all your eggs in one basket?
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Yeah, we'll stop saying that 1% of our population is going to provide everything because that's a tiny, tiny percentage of our nation. And if they decide they don't want to play anymore, to Bubba's point, we're in a bind. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, and by the way, you can take 100% of 1% and you can't even get the government funded for what? A few days?
Yeah. You can't do that.
So anyway, here's the deal. Flat tax on everybody. Okay. The wealthy will pay more dollars because 10% of their money is much more than 10% of the lower end of the income's money. But every single person, able-bodied, physically and mentally able to work, we all pay 10%.
Or every legal entity, which would be an individual or a company.
Or a company. Everybody pays 10% off the top. No exemptions. Nobody can get out of it. Nobody can not pay taxes. Everybody. That way you don't have the Amazon problem that we have. Yep. See, and Bill, I think you'll like that. That means we'll get money from these big corporations that aren't paying them right now. It's funny how the liberal companies are allowed to get away with that. But anyway, so because we say one thing and then appear to do another. So Bubba and I have always been proponents of a flat tax that would increase revenue to the government. And it would also increase personal income and companies' income.
And lower the burden on a lot of people.
Yeah, and
so they could reinvest.
So, Bill, I think that's where we could come together if you're willing. Now, I don't think the three of us can get it done, but I mean, I think we can get Speedy on board.
Good luck.
There's 4.
Good luck.
Helms, there's 5. Greg 6. Adler 7. So there's 7 of us. But sadly, I don't think there's a politician in the world that would go along.
Well, see, there's a lot of people getting money back now that don't pay anything in.
Right.
So why would they be for it?
Yeah, let's take. I'm kind of for this on medical stuff too and science. I'd like to depoliticize science, and I'd like to depoliticize tax revenue.
Yeah.
And
we can argue about how to spend it.
Oh yeah,
but let's depoliticize how we gather it.
Yeah. So thanks, Bill. That was a provocative question, and it led to a great conversation. So thanks for that call. All right, we'll come back. 15 minutes past. Bubba headed off to Waco, Texas yesterday. Waco by morning. And it was quite a travel day. And I'll tell you about another stop I made. You may not even know about it when we come back.
Rick and Bubba.
If you're a regular show listener, you've probably heard me talk about my Allform sofa, which we love. So here's some exciting news. The same team behind my Allform sofa has brought us unbelievable customized mattresses made in the USA. Helix mattresses. If you need a new mattress, then go to helixsleep.com/Bubba, take the quiz, order the mattress you're matched to. It'll come right to your door in a box, shipped for free, and you can try it for 100 nights. Right now, Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders for our listeners at helixsleep.com/Bubba. So the prices of just about everything are rising. You have to look for ways to save where you can. Start saving on your auto insurance with Gabby. Now, Gabby gets the shopping for auto insurance can be frustrating. That's why they do all the work for you. Things that would take days or weeks, Gabby does in minutes. Gabby is the one true comparison platform. People who switch with Gabby save on average of $80 a month versus their current policy. $80 a month. Start saving on your auto insurance today. Go to Gabby.com/Bubba. That's GABI.com/Bubba.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Get Upside Gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
Some months I make $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code BILL for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime to your bank account, PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code BILL for up to 50 cents a gallon cash back on your first tank. That's code BILL.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's opponents on Man vs. Train. At the crossing, we have Rick, a 175-pound frustrated man who's running late for work. And on the tracks, we have Bull, a 1 million-pound freight train that takes a mile to stop. Let's see who comes out on top.
You can't beat a train, so don't try. Stop. Trains can't. Paid for by NHTSA.
You're in a race against time, and the days aren't getting any longer. This fall, choose professionally powerful Echo outdoor power equipment to tackle the toughest cleanup jobs.